Okay, this is the part 1 for lab 2.4.1.4, troubleshooting PPP with authentication. So I'm sure this will be interesting because the approach is different, whereby you will need to troubleshoot. Okay, means that the routers actually have certain either correct, wrong, or misconfiguration. Okay, let's get started. So before you start, understand the topology first and what are the requirements. It's very, very important. Okay, so this one, this topology almost similar to the previous configuring PPP exercises. Okay, so let's see, this is a setting table. So objective, diagnose, repair, physical data link, and network. Okay, so in this lab, the approach is doing layer by layer, physical layer, data link layer, and network layer. Okay, so in troubleshooting, there are 3 methods. Okay, so this is using the bottom-up approach. Okay, from the lower layer physical up to the application level. Okay, you also have top to bottom, and then you have the divide and conquer. Okay, so it's up to you actually. Okay, scenario: the router at your company will configure several errors, configuration issue. Okay, find the correct errors. Make sure that all the serial uses PPP chat. So the clue here is all these serial uses PPP chat. So with PPP chat, you know that all the password must be the same. So which makes our troubleshooting more easier. Okay, this is addressing table, right? Okay, diagnose the clock rate. Okay, so I'm not gonna use this method actually, so I prefer to repair router by routers. Okay, alright, so let's look at R1. Okay, on the CLI, let's check what we have in the existing configuration. Class show IP interface brief. Okay, you know that from here, all relevant interfaces is not working. Administrative down. Okay, so I think it's actually no shot. I think so. We can check it. Okay, show run. Okay, R1. Remember, your serial will be using chat. Okay, we have some partial. We have some partial configuration. This one, application is wrong. You can see. Okay, right. So this particular exercise uses OSPF. Okay. Right, so here is how I'm going to approach. I'm going to do between the R1 and R2 first, okay? So let's do R1. So let's concentrate on R1 first, okay? T, we have, let's check the interface, okay? R1 G01, we configure correctly. Okay, so this is from, okay? Right, so what you can do is interface G00, shut first, okay, interface G01, okay, so IP address is 10.0.0.1.345.0 network. Okay, so it's 0. This 128. So always be careful to look at the correct IP address. Okay, then no shut to bring up the interface. So you can see now it's green. Okay, so let's check on the serial now. To show IP interface brief. Okay, so not to worry about the this one. Even though you see similar address, possible of IP conflict. However, this G00 it is shut, so you won't get a mismatch of IP address. So no worries. Okay, so let's check S000. S000 is towards R2. Okay, the first S000 is IP is correct. IP, as far as IP is correct. Okay. So interface SE000. Okay. So let's check. Is there any configuration? No configuration yet. Okay. Shut first. Okay. So not to worry if the interface is down. Okay. So encapsulation PPP authentication check. Okay, so in R1, I don't believe that R1 keeps any username. Okay, so now R1 required to keep the username, R2 password. Okay, what is the password for the chat? Password is Cisco. Okay, okay, so that should be enough between R1 and R2. Okay, so I've completed the R1 part. R1 is still down. Okay, so no worries, we need to check in R2 first. Okay, so let's see at R2 at this particular interface. Forget about the rest first. You need to do link by link to make it easier. Okay, let's look at R2. Okay, so let's check show IP interface way first. Okay, so S000 is down. Okay, IP is correct. Okay, let's see what are the existing configuration available. So okay, so this is from R11. Okay, to be R1. Okay, S000 is already checked. IP is correct, but it's shut. Okay, so what you can do is config T, no username R11. Okay, I want to remove this one first. This one. Okay. R11. Okay, so username R1 password Cisco. Okay, so we need to go to the interface S000. So we have to look at the IP is correct. Okay, 172.16.0.2. Okay, chat, we need to do no shut first. No shut. Okay, so now you can see the two links are up. Okay, let's see is there any clock rate required? So clock rate here. Is there any clock rate? Okay, so R1. Okay, so you can see now because of the R1 and R2 is up, OSPF starts to kick in. Okay, let's check again. Is there any clock rate for S000? The clock rate is there. Okay, so fine. Okay, so let's look at our routing now. Show IP route. Okay. Right, so now I can see 10 network is up. So let's look at R2. Show IP route. Okay, so I am in R2. Okay, I can see the 172.0.1 over here. Okay, so let's check the okay, so let's look at R1 again. Show run. And .0.0 here. Okay, Okay, so now if you look at R2, okay, even though the link is already working, however, I cannot see this network 10. Okay, so for the checking in R1, you can see that the configuration of network is wrong. Okay, 172.16.8 10.0.0127 um, check again. This is 10. This is 10.0.0.7. This is correct. Okay, and this is okay. Okay, let's check with R2 first. Okay, to show first brief. Okay, so okay, so R2. Okay, R2 towards R1 is already working. Okay, so for this part 1, I've already solved the PPP connection between R1 and R2. Okay, it has been verified here in R2. Okay, R1 would be with, okay, R1 is here. Okay, alright, so I'll continue the next video for the next link between R2 and